class 12 students of higher secondary school Langate. We will continue talking. Here on the board is actually being used by these teachers of SS school for our classes for writing 1, 2, 3, ABC. How to take the advantage of this board and to deliver the lecture for class 12 students. I will concise the lecture. It will be a contractive type of lecture, just to make you something, just to make you understand. But actually, you have go through books to read the content related to the topic, and be careful by taking extra. Be careful and take extra care, taking in view your coming examination or your coming different kinds of the competitive examinations, KS examination, other examinations, entrance tests, etc. Be extra care, take extra care. And for these 12 students, I have taught you the ecological interactions. That is, all organisms are interdependent. One depends upon other, or both organisms depend upon each other, or the interaction or the interdependence between the organisms. It may be between plants, organisms, plants, microorganisms, plants, animals, microorganisms, etc. Now, all organisms are in one way or another way involved in the relationship. Now, I also have told you that relationship is for sex, it's for the nutrition, and some other activities of life. These all life activities. In all life activities, the organisms are in one way or in other way involved. And I also told you that it was D. Botany who have told these and all have said that these interactions are together called as symbiosis. It was later another man, Dougal, who classified these symbiotic interactions into groups as under. As for the Dougal, it was MC Dougal. The interactions are classified as conjunctive interactions. Conjunctive interactions. This means the interaction, the relationship for food, relationship for sex, relationship for other activities between the two or two more organisms which are interdependent, it is permanent. Relationship is permanent. And it is, I will try to explain you, it is better to make your understanding at home. It is how could I make you understand all things in 5 or 10 minutes? It's impossible. I will try to give an example. I will try to give you an example which could make things clear. This relationship is permanent. That is, if one partner or the other partner they are separate, they are not present, there is no relationship. That is, relationship is impossible, or the dependence is impossible. One or both organisms would die if the relationship is not, if the relationship is absent. So relationship is permanent, further divided into number 1, that is reciprocal, or we can say is reciprocal. Here, the two organisms, the two interdependent organisms, they benefit, they mutually benefit. These are mutual beneficiaries, or I could write here mutual beneficiaries. Or they are mutually benefited. Two organisms which are interdependent, mutually benefited. If one is benefited in one way, another is benefited in another way, and the relationship is called the reciprocal relationship. For example, For example, I will tell you an example. This is bacteria laying in roots, the root nodules. They're called nitrogen fixing bacteria. Nitrogen fixing bacteria, the nitrogen could only be available to plants when the bacteria could fix nitrogen from soil air, and that nitrogen is then being used by plants for nitrogen for the preparation of nitrogen compounds. Nitrogen is an important tool. In return, the bacteria living in the root nodules, they are unable to prepare food from carbon dioxide and water. They use the organic food prepared by plants during photosynthesis, and in this respect, both the organisms are benefited. This permanent relationship is called reciprocal relationship. There is another that is reciprocal, and then we have, it is not reciprocal, it's called social. It is social relationship, that is both the, I am sorry to tell you, I have forgot to write the word, accurate word over here. So social means when mutually the organisms are benefited. I have given you the example, of this nitrogen fixing bacteria and roots. Then we have another type, that's nutritional type. Nutritional type, here the relationship is for food. Relationship is for food between the two organisms, and is further classified as reciprocal and social. Reciprocal and social. In reciprocal, both the organisms in relationship are benefited, mutually benefited, and so in social relationship, the organisms are in relationship. In reciprocal type of nutrition, reciprocal, that is, if one is benefited in one way, another is benefited in another way. And in social type of the relationship is there, but it is not its time being. Relationship is time being. It may or may not take place. It may or may not affect the organism. For example, the mycorrhiza in higher plants, and in upper case, I will tell you the example of the reciprocal, when both are benefited. For example, when both organisms are benefited. If we take lichens, in case of lichens, it's a food relationship. In lichens, the algal component of the lichen, it prepares the photosynthetic food, and the fungal component of the lichen, it's getting the moisture from the soil and provides soil moisture and also the nutrients to the plant, in which in this case both the organisms get benefited, and the relationship is permanent. If the relationship is absent, if the fungi, specific kind of fungi is absent, specific kind of algae is absent, there is no relationship. When relationship is absent, no lichen would be formed. So this is one kind of the relationship or the ecological interaction. Then we have second kind of ecological interaction, that's called the disjunctive. Disjunctive. It is again of the same types as described for above type. It is the relationship is not permanent. The relationship is not permanent, and it is called disjunctive. It is again of the same types as I have given you. The example is social and nutritional. It is again of same type as social, and then we have nutritional. It is social and nutritional. Social means, for example, if we take the example of a caliber which grows horizontally all around the tree and then produce fruits. It could also go vertical on the ground and also produce fruits. For example, cucumber, for example, the pumpkin. If there is tree, when the plant grows in soil and produces the weak stem, this weak stem, if it grows it goes round the tree up to the top, and this forms, it is called the climber. And if the tree is absent, it could also go horizontally. It could go horizontal and will again form the same types of fruits. So this relationship is a social relationship. Without tree, I would like to say, without tree it could also go, and in presence of tree, both are benefited. Tree is not benefited, but this is benefited. But there is no harm to tree. This type of relationship is called social. And again, we have nutritional type of relationship. But the nutrition type of relationship is such relationship in which, if the relationship is present, both are benefited. If the relationship is not present, no matter, there is no harm to the organism. For example, if we take the bird dispersal or fruit dispersal, fruit is dispersed by birds. For example, there is a tree. We have different kinds of trees present which have fruits, which have smaller kinds of fruit. Birds come and they take the fruits for consuming the flesh of the fruit, and in this way the fruits get dispersed, seeds drop, and the seeds can germinate to produce new plants. But if the bird is not present, this particular bird is not present, another bird would come, it will take the fruit and will disperse it. But if the birds are totally absent, it may be a cattle. Cattle may come and will take the fruit, the seed, and it may also be the air. By means of air, it will also get dispersed. And again, we have this type of this nutrition in which nutrition is must. This relationship is must, but one may be, if the relationship is must, nutrition relationship, for example, if bird is dispersing fruit, is getting nutrition. It consumes fruit, getting nutrition. But bird may get the nutrition from other tree as well. It may take other fruits as well. So these types of the symbiotic relations, they together are called the ecological interaction. This completes today's topic. It is better to go through books to read read yourselves, make the self-study, make the self-study, or go through contents and take the advantage of time. Thank you very much, and this is sufficient for you for today.